Welcome to the More Green Project. You're watching Greener Options series, items I no longer buy for a more sustainable home. There are quite a few disposable items that cannot be recycled, so I have found greener alternatives to those disposable items. One of those items is paper towels. Paper towels can be quite wasteful if you use quite a bit of them. So I have switched to what they call unpaper towel or Swedish towels for napkins and to clean up spills. Another product that I no longer buy is fabric softeners and fabric refreshers. Although these make your clothes smell absolutely wonderful, they contain quite a bit of microplastics, and those microplastics can wind up within the waste stream and the water system. Next is floor pads for cleaning your floors. I cleaned my floors daily, so I produce quite a bit of waste with floor pads. Now I have switched to a reusable floor pad that I launder every week to use daily. Next is disposable gloves. When I clean, I usually put on disposable gloves, but now I have switched to a more durable glove that I disinfect after each cleaning session. Another item that I no longer buy is disposable dusting pads. My loft gets quite dusty, and so I dust weekly. I produce quite a bit of waste using these, so I purchased a reusable dusting pad that I launder as well. Next is disinfectant wipes. I found myself buying quite a few of these during the pandemic, which I never bought before prior to the pandemic. So I made it a point that at the end of the pandemic, I would find another disinfectant that was just as effective. Another disinfectant that I no longer buy is bleach. Along with disposable disinfectant wipes and bleach, I have replaced them with a disinfectant that is not as harsh, and I use a reusable cloth for disinfecting. Next is liquid dish detergents. They too contain quite a bit of microplastics. I have switched to a soap block and powder dish soap. They work great with sponges and bamboo brushes. Next, as you can see, these laundry pods are quite convenient to use, but they too contain microplastics, so I no longer use them and have switched to a powder detergent. And I also no longer buy disposable feminine care products. They too are quite convenient, but I have switched to a menstrual cup that I sanitize after each use, and I sanitize once a month prior to use. This is one that I really had a hard time getting rid of, and that was cotton balls and cotton pads. The reason being is because I use them in my facial care routine daily, but I have found some reusable ones that are just as soft as the ones that I had that were disposable. Next is kitchen sponges. The ones pictured are made of plastic, so I have switched to a bamboo brush or a loofah sponge that I just cut to size, and it works just as great as these plastic scrubby sponges. Plastic baggies were a common household item I bought. The reason being is because I used them for food prep and even to separate ingredients, but they were quite wasteful. So it took me a while to transition over to reusable baggies. Next is plastic containers. I still have quite a few plastic containers that I use, but as they are starting to wear down, I am replacing them with stainless steel containers, so I no longer buy plastic containers for food storage within my freezer. And lastly, water bottles. Water bottles can be quite wasteful, and at times they do not find their way into the recycling bin. So, me and my daughter now use reusable water bottles when we're at home and on the go. These are 15 items that I no longer buy for a more sustainable home. I hope that you too find alternative to disposable items in making your home just as sustainable as mine. Happy greening, and thank you for watching.